What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing. We're back with another video, and in today's video guys, me doing the should you summon here on the brand new Ragnarok God Festival Thor. Now in this video guys, what we're going to be doing is going over the characters kit. We're also going to be going over the banner details as well, and then we'll take all that information into account and whether or not you should actually summon for the character. So if you guys enjoy videos like this, man, definitely make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. I appreciate all the support on the channel, guys, as of late. And yeah, we're going to be pumping out a ton of content like this on the channel. So if you guys are looking forward to that, definitely make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Now, hopping into the banner here, guys, this will be the first thing we go over. The way this banner is going to work is it's going to be a standard UR festival banner. So the way Grand Cross works in terms of festival banners, we have a 0.25% rate up on the brand new festival, which means you have a 1 in 16 on your SSRs of getting this character, which does not sound the greatest, guys, but you know, that's unfortunately just how Grand Cross does their festivals. And then for the rest of the characters on the banner, they're all going to be at a 15% chance to pull, all equally the same rate. And in terms of the festivals we have, and then the regular banners, we do also have the Queen Elizabeth, Queen Hel, Transcendent Bond, the Blue Festival Margaret, Blue Cusack, and then Blue Chad King. So that's going to be the main festival lineup. And then in terms of the regular banner units, we have Red Sigurd, the Green Thonar, Blue Ragnarok Meliodas. We do also have the Green Bundled Ragnarok Diane, Blue Magelda, Ragnarok Merlin, Red Scotty, Red Ragnarok Bond. We have the Jormungand, the Red Seasonal Brunhild. We do also have Freyr, Red Thonar, Red Freya, the Red Magelda, Tyr, the Summer Freya, the Halloween Merlin, and then also the very recent actually new Scotty for Ratatosker. So yeah, I mean, in terms of the banner lineup, guys, definitely a lot of characters on it. You know, not a super like insane desirable pool, but if you are missing a lot of Ragnarok characters, definitely something to take note of is that this entire banner is pretty much Ragnarok units. So definitely going to be something nice for people that are looking out for those characters. Now, in terms of the way the rest of the banner actually does work, you have your you know, pities right here at 300, 600, which are going to be a guaranteed 100% SSR or UR. And you guys can see that the rates for the entire banner for this part specifically is going to be split evenly. So every character is 3.846154% across all the units on the banner. And you can see that none of the rates change according to any of the units. So yeah, that's going to be the 300, 600, and then at the 900, guys, you are guaranteed the full copy of Thor. You will be getting one full copy at the 900 gems. Alright guys, now moving on from the banner, let's actually discuss the kit of Thor and kind of explain the way her kit works in terms of like what she's able to do in the game. Alright guys, so I have the Sacred Treasure podcast pulled up with the full translations of Thor, and I have the translations courtesy of Gumbo here, so shout out to my boy Gumbo. Now hopping into the translations here, we got the Hammer of Justice, God of Thunder, Thor. So for the passive here, when the battle starts, applies Self Pure Thunder, and the damage received to specific allies are reduced by 30%. Once Pure Thunder is at maximum stacks, removes it and applies Thunder God's Judgment for 3 turns. For every specific ally on the battlefield, it's going to increase all stats by 5%. For every buff and debuff on the specific ally, increases damage dealt of self by 4% up to 40%. And these specific allies are going to be either unknown or Ragnarok characters. Now, in terms of the effects here for Pure Thunder and Thunder God's Judgment, Pure Thunder is going to be damage received and or damage dealt and received accumulates up to 300,000 damage. And when using skills, does 30% extra damage of the accumulated amount. And then does 50% damage to taunting enemies. So that's going to be the Pure Thunder part. And then for Thunder God's Judgment, it's going to be attack related stats plus 30%. When using a single target skill, applies 50% extra damage of the damage dealt to all enemies. And does plus 50% more damage to taunting enemies. Once removed, applies Pure Thunder again. And pretty much you alternate between the two effects right here. Now moving on to her ultimate and her skills here, guys. So we have her ultimate here being the Thunderstorm ult. It's going to apply Thunder God's Judgment for 3 turns to self and attacks all enemies equal to 750% of attack with the Thunderstrike effect. And then when participating in the battle, if Self's HP drops below 30%, applies the Guardian of Thunder, which is going to be a damage reduction minus 30%, and then you are immune to all damages pretty much for that turn, right? It's like a 1-turn immunity. And yeah, I think for the dupe levels, guys, this is at 6 out of 6. At 1 out of 6, you do not get the immunity when you're at that low of HP. So that's definitely something to take into account if you're someone that like might want to get that, you know, immunity. But yeah, that's pretty much how that's going to work for ultimate. Now moving on to her skills here, she has her skill 1 being Lightning Shift, attacks a single enemy with 500% of attack with Lightning Strike effect. Any Lightning Strike effect is going to be critical chance times 2. When the skill is used, ignores 80% of critical defense. Now moving on to her second skill, it's going to be Thunderstorm, which is going to be attacks a single enemy with 180% of attack with the Thunderstroke effect. And Thunderstroke is actually not crit chance times 2, but critical damage times 2. And then when attacking with Thunder God's Judgment, ignores enemies' crit resist by 100%. So yeah, fairly strong in terms of her skills, guys, and a lot of the things in her kit are really nice. Yeah, she's a very strong character in the game, and according to what it says here in terms of her translation, I think she's going to be a very solid character for a lot of you guys. Now let's move back to the banner, guys, and I'll give you guys my final thoughts on whether or not you should summon for this character. Alright guys, now we're back at the banner here. Now should we be summoning for the Festival Thor character? Now in my opinion, guys, I actually do think this character is only worth summoning for someone that is going to be mating the unknown team. Now I kind of talked about this when Sobnok released in terms of, you know, when she was available. But for my should you summon for Sobnok, I pretty much explained that if you were someone that's going to invest in the unknown team for PvP, then she's actually going to be really strong. Another thing I did also mention as well is that the longevity of UR characters depends on you know, the metas that Netmarble kind of tries to kind of push for us. So with Sobnok's release, unknowns were fairly strong in the meta, and now Thor is another very strong unknown character alongside her that I think can, you know, pair pretty well with her in the sense of like Sobnok can put up the stance and then Thor can deal the damage. So in PvP, 100% this character would be a must summon for a unknown main. Now if you're not someone that's an unknown main and you really don't mind like skipping out on an unknown character, then you don't necessarily need to summon for this character for PvP specifically. But if we're talking PvE, guys, the main reason why you might want to get this character would be for the new Bird Demonic Beast Floor 4. Now, for you guys that don't know, Floor 4 pretty much allows you to get, I think it's the Holy Relic enhancements. And the only team that I was able to get that actually worked for me on my free-to-play account included Thor on the team. And it's a very, you know, I wouldn't say necessarily like a free-to-play friendly team, but probably the most free-to-play friendly team variant that you can run. And I had to run Thor, Freyr, Nanashi, and Blue Miguelda right there. And the reason why Thor is so good on this, guys, is because she actually does get a boost on this floor right here. So I think it is, if I'm not mistaken, she is strong against it. Like the character Thonar herself. Like I think if we click onto this, it'll say, yeah, so strong. It doesn't explain why she's strong, but on the actual patch notes, the way what it actually does do is give your entire team a certain amount of critical damage, and then I think you gain like 10% basic stats as well. So if we're just talking like for the bird and floor 4 in general, I actually do think that she is worth picking up for that specifically. And she is really strong on it. So if you're looking for an unknown character that can blitz through Demonic Beast battle, she's gonna be really good for this floor. And I think just in general, Demonic Beast, I mean, Deer, she's gonna be really good. In Skull and Hottie, she's gonna be, you know, kind of all right. I mean, she can hit both the dogs, which is solid, but other than that, I don't think she'll be like super insane, because you have to run her over Thonar, which is kind of like, you know, kind of a liability in that sense without her, right? And then for like Nidhogg and stuff, you could definitely run her on that. And I think on Rat, from what Marilis told me on Rat, that she's actually like insane on it, which is kind of crazy. Supposedly she's a really good DPS on Rat instead of like DK Melee on it, because her damage, in terms of what she's able to do damage wise, it hits all the stumps and the main enemy that you're targeting, because of the way the extra damage acts is kind of like Ultimate Esnore's death damage. So it is very strong in that sense. So if you are summoning for this character, guys, I definitely would suggest you summon for this character if you're looking for PvE viability mainly. If you're looking for PvE viability, she's great on the bird, she's great on the deer. Skull and Hottie, she'll be kind of mid, honestly. But Nidhogg and Rat as well, she's going to be very good on. And I think in general, if you're someone that is looking for a character for PvE specifically that is very strong, she'll fit the bill, and especially on the unknown team as well. So yeah, overall, like across both content in the game, guys, do I think she is worth summoning for? I'll probably say the best thing you should do is just go for one copy of the character and call it there. Now, I did explain earlier that if you do gain a dupe, you do get that like immortality if you get hit to that threshold of HP. within the turn. You get it for like 1 turn, which is kind of solid, but honestly not something that I felt like was necessary with Thor. I think she doesn't really need that effect, and she's still really great at 1 in a 6, and I was able to beat that floor 4 of the bird, as I explained, with that team and 1 in a 6 Thor as well. So yeah, overall, I would say that if you are planning on summoning this character, you're mainly looking for the PvP unknown team or the PvE side of the game where you're looking at demonic beast battle. Those are the main, like, you know, content in the game, guys. I think you'll benefit most from Thor. So what I would suggest is maybe go for 1 copy of the character, and the moment you get it 1 copy of the character, just stop summoning on the banner, man. You would obviously have to commit. If you have to go 900 gems, you got to go 900 gems. I unfortunately had to do that on my JP for you guys that didn't know. But yeah, I literally had to spend 900 gems to get her because I just wasn't really getting lucky. But that's going to be something that you have to decide for yourself. But I definitely do think that it is worth at least 1 rotation for the character, unless you pull her early within that rotation. So yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below of my thoughts on the Thor should you summon. Will you guys be summoning on the banner? Let me know in the comment section below. And with that out of the way, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Hope you guys did enjoy, and we'll see you guys on the next video, man. Peace out, and have a great rest of your day, guys. See you later, man.